And thank you very much for joining us today for the international celebration of 100,000 Poets for Change Day. Now this is a global event and there are literally thousands of events taking place all throughout the world with hundreds of thousands of poets, artists and musicians simultaneously and at different times stated times throughout the day doing different events to promote and celebrate the thought of change. So this is a statement that we have. I'm one of the 100,000 poets, musicians and artists around the world who celebrate and promote peace and sustainability and a call for serious social, environmental and political change. So for our event here today, we are going to call upon 10 different poets to read out poems on the theme of change, and we're going to start with Maggie Harris.
Hi. My poem is called These Words Are Not Islands. These words are not islands. They do not stand alone surrounded by water. They are not marooned. They have not broken off from the mainland. They have not become disengaged by a tsunami. They have not been wrenched apart by armies of syllables, imploded by columns of pronouns, the heavy boots of nouns, the flippancy of adverbs. These words are as fragile as daisy chains, as weighted as anchors, as attached to each other as a causeway of stones and corpuscles, plasma and coral, are fossilized in each breath and breakwater, each layer of sediment. They march in protest under a sea of certainty, so pure, only those with eyes to see will see them. Only those with ears to hear will hear them. Only those who can write in joined up writing will see that each and every letter, each and every word, each and every phrase makes up the sentence of our existence.
Thank you very much for that, Maggie. And next up we have got Madge Ickle.
So my poem's about recycling ourselves, and it's called Compost Loo. Walking each morning on sunlight through dew, my journey is merry to a compost loo. I sit on a wooden throne, it's been made by hand. I'm returning what I borrowed from the land. This is the ultimate room with a view. It's outside in nature like animals do. So Mother Earth is enriched by our poo, passing through us as we go passing through. Fertilizer for absolutely free, safely deposited far from the sea. Our waste is our future and we can make it. All we have to do is eat and smile and poo in a compost loo. Thank you.
My poem is about, it's related to what's going on up in Aberporth, at Park Aberporth. Some of you know I'm quite involved in the campaign against drones, and this is called From California to Cardiff via Gaza and Missouri. From California to Cardiff via Gaza and Missouri, drone manufacturers rub their hands with glee. Their pals, the police chiefs and all the military, wait with bated breath for each new insurgency. There at the lectern next to some flowering plant, politicians stand and lie just like Charlie's aunt. All those perfect promises move from shall to shan't. Funny how yes we can turned into no you can't.
Thank you very much, Harry. So I'm up next. I'm Carly Holmes. I've written 3 haiku inverting fairy tales and turning them into feminist haiku. So here they are. This one is called Snow White Wakes Before the Alarm. She opened an eye as he wrestled off his crown. She spat out the apple. And this one is called Red Rides the Wolf. She kept her hood on and her boots, but lost the dress. Wild me, she told him. And this one is Rapunzel uses the door. She loosened her hair, beehived it, unlocked the door, and called for the lift. Thank you. Next up, we've got Jackie Biggs.
Flags over mountains, bright colours for refugees, flying over plains. Children cry out for the power of peace as conflict tears the world. And I was trying to think of a symbol, something that really describes what's happening in the conflict in the world today, and of course that symbol is the wall, and this is called the wall. It's 800 kilometres long and 25 feet tall, and it's made of concrete and razor wire. And this is the wall. The wall makes borders 25 feet high. It separates, isolates, divides families, splits communities, wrecks water supplies, surrounds villages to make prisons. It's a blueprint for division. It constructs apartheid, and it kills the view from both sides. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Next up, we've got Jules and Angel.
No chance. It will live or it will die. It has 2 chances, my green-fingered neighbour used to say about a plant. It had a chance. But even the hands of those who nurture cannot give the gift of chance to those who will die in the hands of hate. Thank you.
Okay, next up we've got Dave Owen.
I have 3 very short poems. The first 2 haiku-like. I'm not claiming that they're haiku. And the first one I read is inspired by the words of Lê Ly Hayslip, who is a Vietnamese peace worker and writer. Black, white, brown, yellow, no matter what colour skin, tears are always salty. Look inside your heart before you speak to me of change. You are hiding the answer. The third one is not haiku-like, it's just a little bit longer. On the kitchen table, a Welsh beech wood bowl with 7 Portuguese pears, filling it exquisitely. A perfect pattern for peace. But who can see it? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave. So next up we've got Jackie Pugh.
The way of nature. The winter's frost's cruel bite will waver and drift away with the coming of the lighter days. The new bud sneaks to the branch overnight, and the peach mists of springtime change the dull light to a smile upon our glowing faces. Summer rains quench and rid the dust from our throats, and we will sing again with all our hearts. This is the way of nature, heavenly and brilliant, balanced on a knife's edge to sustain and protect us. How arrogant is man then, to believe he knows better the ways to save the world.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Okay, next up we've got Paul Hawkes.
The main themes of this new initiative are peace and sustainability. War, of course, is not sustainable. It's a massive waste of human and natural resources, trashing the planet. War fosters more hatred, bitterness and division, which create more war, etc. in a vicious circle, which if we do not break, will break us. Is breaking us. Just look around the planet. The West's illegal, colonial, imperial adventures foster more war. There was no Al-Qaeda in Iraq before we got rid of henchmen and Saddam Hussein. Indeed, Bin Laden tried to kill him twice as he was a sunny enough to shear. After he gas bombed his own people, the 5,000 Kurds who died at Halabja in 1986, and I was on demos against that, Margaret Thatcher, then Prime Minister, increased our aid to him. The US Secretary of State said, he's a bastard, but he's our bastard, until he got too flighty. He'd already killed nearly 200,000 Kurds. The West continuing meddling is now opened a space for the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, where borders, the rule of law and human rights disappeared and further madness and mayhem. The original of this poem was read at the demos against the drones at the Guildhall here last Saturday and Aberporth on the International Day of Peace on Sunday. Drones are 80% military, kill mostly civilians, mainly women and children, in their thousands in Palestine and elsewhere. The part line then, and you will hear the new one soon, I hope, so do you, I hope, was, can poetry save drone world? Okay, it's here in the end. 7 billion poets for blue-green change. We need every woman, love, man, child. Help make our world again alive and wild. Peace is the means, only way to the end. Live with Earth, Mother, or all soon will end. Gandhi said Western civilization would be a very good idea, son. As we maniacally trash planet Gaia, axe, Amazon lung, salted seas higher, great rainforests burning away for beef, so rich world under fives can be obese. What can you make of a species like this? Save last acid oceans, sealed with a kiss. Can poets save, brave, new world amazing? Yes, yes, yes. Or go down, old syllables blazing.
Great. Charlie, we'll have Charlie up next then.
It's just a one-line poem. There's something of the ocean comes with tears.
Thank you very much. Okay, next up we have Dave Rendell.
This one's called Specks of Hope. With this pen, no walls are drawn. Unity's breath spins, cancels out division, removes all orders. Strangers' comfort lifts, and a strong flame burns, showering the earth with reason, releasing leaves of hope, gently painting the sky, in rivers of language, opposing injustice, in whirling devotion, planting smiles on an ugly world, letting peace's seed shine. Thank you.
That's great, Dave, thank you. Okay, and now we're going to have Janice Holden.
Thirst for action. Look outside. It's raining red again, and the world is passing us by. And although we say much, we do very little. And actions speak louder than words. So, shall we dive back in? I'm beginning to miss the taste of the bitter waters of our discontent. And you, my dears, look parched.
That's great. Thank you very much for that, Janice. I just wanted to thank everybody for those of you who have come along today to support us, to read your poems and to listen, to Zosha and all at Leafed Through, the community bookshop in Cardigan, because our poems after today are going to be laminated and then hung up in the window at Leafed Through. So thank you to Maggie for coming up with the idea in the first place, and obviously for all of us for uniting in something which is achievable, I think, if as long as we all believe in it. Diolch yn fawr, thank you very much.